Hi guys, welcome back. Today I bring you a new knife from Twisted Assisted. We've seen quite a lot of their stuff over the last few months. I really like these guys, UK based company, and they bring you now what is probably the best value in UK everyday carry that I've ever seen. Really nice piece. It is the Atlas, currently available on pre-order. I'll stick a link down below. You will not believe the price of this thing. So you can get the G10 version for $39.99. So let's take a look through the specs. I'll give you a quick comparison to their other knife that you may recognize. I've reviewed that before, the Junzi, and you can see the differences between these two. And I think you're going to be impressed, guys. Like I said, this is going to be a limited run, so I would get on the pre-order pretty rapid if you want to pick one of these up, and for that price it's definitely worth picking one up. So as you can see, it's rather similar in overall form factor to the Junzi. It is a slip joint like the Junzi, so you can open it and close it with one hand. This is what I like about these, is that there are some slip joints on the market which of course are UK legal, but you cannot open and close them with one hand. This has got a thumb stud each side, as you can see. Nice big thumb studs. You can easily get a grip on that and just slip them open. Or you can obviously open it in the kind of standard way. You can kind of try and grab the blade and open it up, but really easiest way is with those thumb studs there. I don't know if it'll flick open. We can give it a try. We might be able to. Yeah, there we go. You can just about flick it open. Takes a little bit of practice. You just hook under that thumb stud, bit of a wrist flick out. And there we go. So we have a blanking plate on this side here, polished blanking plate in stainless steel. And then of course we've got the pocket clip that side. They always do a really nice springy but solid pocket clip. So you could run that either side of the knife if you so wish. It has stainless steel liners, as you can see. I've got the black micarta version here, which I believe that is £10 more expensive than the G10 version, and I've got the standard polished blade. You can get it in black PVD as well. Now the blade is pretty interesting. It's got a little bit of an upwards swoop to that line there, so it's going to be really usable, nice for a variety of tasks. It's pretty thin stock on there, so that's going to be handy if you're camping or something like that and you need to slice up, do some food prep. It will be more than capable. And I've actually used the Junzi, which is a very similar width of blade. Last week I was cutting back some branches whilst I was fishing, just clearing a bit of undergrowth out the way, and it served the purpose absolutely fine. You know, you just have to make a few cuts, hold it pretty steady, but they are plenty good enough for doing some sort of mild bushcrafty stuff with. Really well made. I can see what looks like some brass washers in there, so that's making sure everything is nice and smooth, just as we've seen. It feels really nice, completely smooth to open, and then a good solid click when the blade sits into its detent at the top, and also it gets quite nicely held closed as well, so that's not going to open up in your pocket or anything like that. Just like some of the other pieces we've looked at in the slip joint, or the, you know, the ball detent type variety, the double detent, this has a little bit of jimping in that gap there, so you can actually choke right up on that, and then it's going to stop that blade from closing on your hand. That's becoming quite a popular thing now with these slip joints, just to make sure that if you are doing any sort of hard use cutting, it's not going to suddenly snap shut on you. The handle is a little longer than probably you're used to. It gives you plenty of room on there if you've got bigger hands. So if you see there, it's just about poking out the end, which is absolutely ideal for my hand size. Very comfortable, not too many hot spots on there. And then of course we've got a lanyard hole on the rear. Cutting edge on there is 65mm. which is below the UK 3-inch legal limit. You're fine to run this everyday carry. You don't need any specific excuse for carrying it around. It can be just carried in the pocket, and as a sub 3-inch non-locking knife, that is no problem at all. That's not to say you're never going to get problems with the police. If they pull you over and you've got any kind of knife on you, do expect that they're going to ask you questions, search you, etc, etc, etc. What matters is that this is legal to carry. There are exemptions for a sub 3-inch non-locking knife. The police may not even be aware of that when they pull you over. You know, they are kind of like a GP. They know a little bit about a lot of things, but they don't know intricate detail on some specific parts of the law. So, you know, they're doing their best, but my suggestion is be ready to kind of answer their questions in a polite but robust manner. You know, don't let them direct and lead you to say that you're carrying this for any other reason than just everyday carry. It's a useful tool, because I've no doubt that sometimes they might try and get you to suggest that you're carrying it for self-defense or something along those lines. That would then class this as an offensive weapon, because you've just admitted you are carrying it as a weapon. And anything you carry with the intention of using as a weapon can get you in trouble. You know, if you say to a policeman, I'm carrying a pencil down the road because I'm intending to use it to stab someone with, that's going to be a problem. If you just say you're carrying a pencil because you might need one to write with, that's not such a problem. So let's compare it to our Junzi here. They both have the same blade steel, which is the Sandvik 14C28N. And you can see we have, overall, the blades are pretty much the same in terms of length, but what you do have is a slightly less width across the middle section there, and obviously it retains more width as it gets to the end and starts to swoop up. This one is more of a classic drop point, and this one I guess you would describe maybe more as a trailing point, because it's got that sweep up, and you can even see that sweep on the spine of the blade there. There's quite a big difference in the handle length. You can see this one is obviously shorter. It's about 1/2 inch shorter in the handle than this one here. So if you have bigger hands, this may suit you even better. And then in terms of thickness, they're round about the same. The thumb studs on this are much wider, and I actually find them easier to use. You know, they're a little bit sit back from the actual handle of the blade here. So they've put some, on the Junzi, you've got these kind of cutaways in the scales. On this one, you don't need those because they actually poke out a little bit further than the scales themselves, and they're also just scalloped around there, so you can easily get your finger in and then open that up. This weighs in at 98 grams, so it's not super lightweight, but it is reassuringly weighty, so it kind of gives you the feel that it's a quality piece. You know, it's well made, it's sturdy, it's going to stand up to a good bit of use. This is a limited edition piece. They may end up coming out with another run of these, but it is a limited edition run. There's only a certain number going to be released, so if you do want one, get on the website, get it ordered. The price on these is unreal. I think the pre-order price is going to be cheaper than what they actually end up at. If there's any left, they will go up by £10. So you're pre-ordering, you're saving yourself £10 for this. We've had a lot of people in the comments on previous videos talking about, you know, you only review really high-end stuff, you know, it's very expensive, most of us can't afford that, the price is ridiculous, etc, etc. So guys, I think, you know, for that price, if you go much below $39.99, you're going to have to make such sacrifices in quality that I just wouldn't be comfortable recommending something like that on this channel. You're getting into the sort of cheap Alibaba knockoff stuff. This is a really, really nice piece, and for that price, I think you could buy 2 or 3 of them and just put them in the drawer, and if you ever lost one, you know, just whip the next one out. They are an absolute bargain. They are fantastic pieces. If you're looking for a Christmas present or a gift for any members of your family that would appreciate a knife, these are absolutely ideal. I'm actually thinking of buying a couple for Christmas just to give to people that I know who really like their knives and outdoor kit, and I know that they would appreciate one of these. So it makes a great present for dad, brother, etc, etc. I'm probably going to end up getting the black and tan model. That would be my preferred coloration, so when that comes in I'll probably do another quick video just showing you guys the black and tan edition with the black PVD blade. I really like those, but I think these are awesome, super comfortable, very usable, and I'll be carrying this in conjunction with the Junzis and the Hu V3 and the 2 or 3 other EDC knives that I have that rotate regularly, just so it keeps my interest. Basically, they're all great knives, but I think this, on the price point, I don't think it can be beaten. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you all next time.